Hello, welcome back to my channel, A Blessed Budget. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you're notified that I am budgeting. Before I get started, if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to budget with me and support me during this financial journey as I navigate through how to make my money stretch through the whole month. And to all of my viewers, I hope after this video you would consider subscribing. So in this video, we are going to be closing out week 3 and setting up week 4. I am trying to upload week 3. Week 3 is slow. I suppose Ben had that video up, but the uploading is not going so well, so I'm gonna have to figure out why it's uploading so slow. But I am continuing to record videos because I do not want to get behind. But I will upload them in the sequence that they are supposed to be in. Okay, so we are looking at November's paycheck budget tracker, and this week ran from the 12th through the 18th for me. So we're gonna go ahead and look at the actual column. So for our income section, oh, y'all check out the nails. Check them out. They got better. I know I told you guys the other day the nails was awful. And we was just practicing with our dip powder. Now, they okay right now. But I am going to put a new set on. So be on the lookout for that. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and get started with the income section. So we had rollover number 1. We actually rolled over $676.31. Rollover number 2, we actually rolled over $1,048.04. And source number 4 came in at 5 cents. So altogether, our income total was $1,724.40. So we're going to go ahead and look at the bills that we had to pay for week 3. So for week 3, our car insurance came out at $228.10. Disney Plus was $199. The lights came out at $0. I did pay the lights in cash, so that's why this is $0. It does not reflect any of my checking account, so therefore, when I spend it in cash, I have my receipt, of course, but I'm not tracking it. It's like I paid $0, but I really did pay them. Green light was $0. Pandora was $5.99. Apple Care was pending and it did not clear this week, so therefore it will clear next week. The Way actual was $10. So altogether, our bill total for week 3 was $246.08. That gave us a leftover of $1,478.32. So we're going to go ahead and look at week 3's envelopes and what we actually did. So for gas, we spent $53.03 for gas. Food out, we spent $52.59. Me, of course, I went over budget. I spent $247.61. So I was over about $47.61. Under 50, it's okay. Daughter got $0. Son got $0. Household got $2.93. Everything, car wash did not happen. School did not happen. Date night did not happen. And miscellaneous got $22.13. So altogether, our envelope total was $378.29. That gave us a leftover of $1,103. So we went ahead and put that right here towards our extra savings. So rollover number 1, we rolled over $676.31. And for rollover number 2, we rolled over $423.72. And the reason why we rolled over the same amount as the actual amount is because I did not spend any money out of this account. So therefore, that still rolls over. So altogether, we do have a savings total of $1,100.03 with $0 left over. All that means is that every dollar has a name to it, and I know exactly where all the money went this week, and I know what I need to do for next week. So we're going to go ahead and look at week 4 of November. Okay, So we are looking at our November paycheck budget tracker, and we are going to be looking at the dates from November 19th through November 25th. For all of my new viewers and new subscribers, I budget every week. My week starts on Sunday, it ends on Saturday. And also, I do not disclose where my income comes from. I just disclose the amount of income I do receive. And the only income that you guys would know where it's coming from is if I am incorporating my sinking funds into my income. So therefore, yes. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with this budget today. And I hope you guys are all doing well, and I hope you guys' budgets is going well, and family life and activities and everything is going in your favor. Okay, so for our income this week, we are rolling over account number 1 at $676.31. Okay, so for rollover number 2, we are rolling over $423.72. Now, this next income is coming from my sinking fund, and that is Christmas. And I'm going to be just bringing in my Christmas money and not the kids' Christmas money, because I want to give them their money in their hands and let them do whatever they want to do with that money. I don't want to buy them nothing. They get things during the year that they need. So basically, Christmas is not like a thing we celebrate like that no more. Like, the holidays is not the same. Like, when I was younger, I got Christmas every year, you know? But as I got older, these kids and this generation is something different, and they got everything they actually need. So I'm just gonna give them money and let them. I want to see what they're gonna do with their money. So I'm going to bring in my Christmas money, and that is $138.70. I wish it was $1,000, but maybe next year I can get there. So we are going to go ahead and add up all the income I do budget to receive in this week. Okay, so that gives us a income total of $1,238.73. Okay, so the bills that has to get covered this week, which is Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime is due on the 19th. Half of the car notes is due. I do split my car note in half each month. My car note is $320. Instead of me taking $320 out of one check, I do split that expense in half. I did learn that through the budgeting community, and I do appreciate it. That's why this type of thing I like to do. I like to make sure I know what I'm doing with my money, so I have a sense of peace, knowing that things and bills is going to be covered. So that is due on the 20th. We also have the Ford. This is another car note that we have that is actually due on the 20th. Got 2 car notes due on the same day. What else? Okay, we have Apple Care. Nope, I take that back. It's Apple Storage. I'm about to wipe the whole thing out. We ain't got time. Okay, so it's Apple Storage. And that is due on the 19th. We have renter's insurance. It's due on the 25th, but I am paying it this week, so I won't have any bills really due next week. It's actually due on this day, but I know it will clear the following week. But I am going to manually pay in the beginning of the week so it can clear within this week. We have Google storage. And Google storage is due on the 19th as well. We have The Way. No, we don't have The Way this week. The Way got paid in cash already. So therefore, I'm not going to budget for The Way. The next thing we're going to be budgeting for is Apple Care. And this is for the phone. And that is due on the 18th. Okay, so these are all the bills that we have due this week. And this is actually my last week of bill. I do have one bill next week. I don't know if I'm going to pay that bill in cash or am I going to pay it through my checking account. But I am going to budget for it. Like if I am going to pay through my checking account. And whatever I decide next week to pay that bill, then that's the way I would do it. So we're going to go ahead and get these numbers installed. So we have Amazon Prime. We have that budgeted at $7.60. Half of the card note is at $160. The Ford is $274.37. Apple storage is $2.99. The renter's insurance is $46.23. And the reason why it is higher is because it's a renewal. So I have to pay the renewal fee. And then in December, it goes back down to $23.24. For Google storage, we're budgeting 49 cents. Apple Care, we're budgeting $13.49. And these are all the bills that I have due this week. So we're going to go ahead and add these bills and see what they equal.
Baby, I took a half and she took the whole thing. Slow down, baby. We took a trip, now we on your block and it's like a ghost town.
Okay, so we did get a bill total of $505.17. I am going to take this $1,238.73 and I'm going to subtract $505.17. Okay, so that gives us a leftover of $733.56. I am going to go ahead and label these bills so I can know which account is paying for which bills. That's how I do. I don't highlight based off paycheck. I highlight based off account. What bill is coming out of what account. So I really don't even highlight. I just write I write the numbers down. So Amazon Prime, this is coming out of account 2. My card notes coming out of account 1. The Ford is coming out of account 1. Apple storage is coming out of account 2. Renter's insurance is coming out of account 1. Google storage is coming out of account 2, and Apple Care is coming out of account 2. Okay, so that's how I know how much money is going to be paying for which bills and how I know which is going to roll over. So anyways, we are going to go ahead and look at this section, which is our envelopes, and we have a leftover of $733.56 after our bills have been paid for the week. So that's how I know how much I have to work with after the bills are paid for the week. So we're going to go ahead and label my variable expenses. So the first one I always budget for is gas. Gas is very important to me. I have to get to where I need to go. And the only way that can happen is the gas get put in the car. And also car maintenance as well. So I live in Southern California and gas is $150 million out here. So therefore I have to make sure I stay on top of the prices. So each week I do budget $60. And that has been doing me good. I've been coming under this price for the past couple of weeks. Let's go back previous weeks. We see I spent $53.03. And this one I spent $50 for week 2. And then week 1 I was almost up there at $60, but I still was under. So that's pretty good. I've been looking at the trends of my gas and I've been in the $50 range, 50-ish. But I still like to budget over than under. Until I see my gas prices come down for about, they're about $5. If they come down by $2, maybe $3, let it come down $3. You know what I'm saying? This will go down lower. But until then, I'm scared. So I am going to be budgeting and that would be $138.70. That is my Christmas money I'm bringing over. So I am going to just put that in my category. I do want to purchase me stickers for my budget book next year. You guys stay tuned for that video because I am going to be putting that video out probably today. I'm going to show you guys my new Budget by Paycheck workbook. And I'll get into all the details about that in the next video. So if you want to see that, stay tuned. So we are going to go ahead and get miscellaneous down here. As you know, miscellaneous is a budget category for me that I don't budget for. But if this is like an unbudgeted, I don't know what happened. I don't know why this happened. So that's what this category means for me. Household, we are budgeting $30. I do want to buy some reusable Swiffer pads for the house. I need to buy Zevo because the bugs, we don't have roaches. Trust me, we don't have roaches, but it's the spiders and the outside critters. That's the ants. And when you live in apartments and kids like to throw candy on the floor, the ants come, it's just whatever. So households getting $30, keep the house clean. Food out this week, we are going to be doing $20. I don't think I'm going to be using that $20 to eat out, but you know me, I probably will because I know I have it. So I'm going to go stop somewhere because I know I budgeted for it. But I'm hoping not to use that this week. We do have date night. Date night did not come out last week. So this is not a category. This is unusual. But I did need to label it what it was so I can know. And I am going to budget $172.91. Yeah. And that is about it for the variable expenses. So we're going to go ahead and add up all the variable expenses and get our envelope total.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Say it, bad bitch, put your hands up high, hands up high, hands up high. Tell them put the lights down right now, put me in the mood. I'm talking about dark perfume, go. I recognize your fragrance.
Okay, so we did get a envelope total of $421.61. I am going to take the $733.56 and subtract the $421.61. That gives us a leftover of $311.95. And as you all know, we're just going to go ahead and bring that over here to our extra savings. Because we do have one more week in this month. I don't have any extra debt. So we're going to do $311.95. I'm going to do rollover number 1 and rollover number 2. I'm going to go ahead and get these numbers divided and I will be back. Okay, So I went ahead and figured out what we're going to be rolling over for number 1. So we are going to be rolling over 195.71, and we're going to be rolling over for rollover number 2, $116.24. And when I added those two numbers together, that gave us $311.95 with 0 left over. And that is a look at week 4. We are paying the rest of the bills for the month, and we got a couple of variable expenses that we have to cover, and we're going to be rolling over money for next week to pay bills next week. So I want to thank you all so much for joining me today in this budget with me. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much. I am going to start doing shout outs again. I am going to start shout outs once I hit 500 subscribers. Once I hit that 500 subscriber mark, then I'm going to start doing shout outs and we can move on. And I'm so glad you guys decide to budget with me. I do appreciate it. And until next time, you all take care. Bye-bye.